welcome to another video by Eggy Fits. In this video I'll be going over how to fit MODULEO, Impress, Click and other products that use the same sort of click system. They're luxury vinyl tiles that click together. You need a mallet, a tab block and a pencil, obviously a knife to do it. Now this is a back marker. I've cut the tongues off so I can use it for back marking. See, it has tongues on it like a laminate, but it is very easy to cut with a knife, and they click together very easily and they look fantastic and waterproof as well. So I'll just show you how I'm going to cut this full length in underneath that unit. And the way I do it is you lay it off straight and you push the tongue up to the top of the one underneath. You don't push it to the tongue of the one underneath, you push it to the top so it's step back slightly. Then you lay another full one with a nice flat edge against the wall, and then tongues the other end, and you run your conch blade down the tongue. And you can pull it, it snaps very easily and it's very flexible. You undercut it, so you cut off the backing that protrudes, and it leaves these little wispy bits. Anyway, we'll put it in on the side, and then you bring your tapping block and a mallet, you tap it in all the way along. You make sure that's nice and flush, keep tapping it till it's right, and then on the ends just have your tapping block on the side and give it a good tap so it all clicks in together. If any of the corners are coming up, just give it another bash. It's very, very durable, this. It's one of the only products you can really fit with a hammer and not destroy it. And the piece that cut off, I'll try and fit there. The problem is it's too close to that joint. It's got to be at least the thickness of the board away. But that one's not, so I'll get rid of that one and I'll start with a different one, because you don't want the joints too close to each other, because one, it's not as strong, and two, it just doesn't look right. So we've got a nice board there. What slides underneath that skirting, and the problem with it sliding underneath the skirting is that it can easily kick out. So there is, as you can see, there is some glue on the floor on that edge where it slides underneath the skirting, because it can slide out. So as we are, we're tapping it in sideways. Make sure it's nice and flat. Now, because this one here won't fit off the edge of that one, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set it back by the thickness of the tile. So there's my back cutter that I cut the tongues off. I'm going to set it on top of the tile and mark basically the thickness of that tile on top, so you've got a nice line. Now get this tile as square as I can and lay it up to that line. Now you can use that to go underneath the unit. I have it upside down so it's easier to get a better an accurate mark, because these boards are quite thick, and if you have your pencil on an angle, you can do it bigger or smaller. If you have it upside down, it's perfect. So look, I'm marking everywhere with a pencil, but now I'm going to just cut this one. Snap it off. I'm going to cut it. Now I need to know where that leg is going to be on the width. So my back marker again, push it up to the leg and mark it with your pencil. As it was, it went up to it perfectly, and all I needed to do was take the tongue off. Alright, click it in on the width. Tab block. Just your mallet. Go up a little bit. Just watch your fingers with the tab and block. It's very easy to get your fingers caught between the tile and the tab and block. Nice clean edge. Keep checking those joints, making sure they're perfectly tight, because if there is even a mil gap, they will start opening up. Now, if you've realized that I've started every length from the same side, so against that skirting, and that's because that big long tongue there, you want the tongue to protrude out so it's easy to click in. You don't want the other end, what doesn't have a tongue, to start with, because otherwise it's a struggle to try and slide the tongue underneath rather than just putting one straight on top. So much easier. As you can see, I'm just demonstrating how hard it is to slide the tongue in underneath from the other way. As you can see, it's just easier to have the tongue protrude in and then just tapping the next one onto it rather than having to slide a tongue underneath. The joint is too close. So I'll take that one out. Like I was saying before, you can't have the tongues too close. It's got to be at least the thickness of the tile away from the other joint. Now this one is going to be a pain in the neck because it goes around this wooden leg on the right and it goes around the end of a kitchen unit. So next pack. Best way to open these packs is flip it upside down, cut the ends, grab one tile and pull it up because it's got a serrated edge on the box, so it rips off nice and easy. Alright, like before, we lay the tile tongue off the top of the one underneath, not the tongue. Back mark it with a full one. Now I'm marking the side of the kitchen unit here. I'm trying to get the other side of the kitchen unit, the inner bit. And now the inner bit of the leg. The glue I use around the edge, and I use glue underneath units with kickboards because it can easily kick out there where it's not solid against skirtings, because this can go up to skirtings. Even though on the back of the box the instructions say you should leave an expansion gap, but years of doing this I've left expansion gaps and then had to go back because basically they moved. So we tend not to leave any expansion gap, go directly up to it. They have fibres in this product. It's like a fibre reinforcement to stop it from expanding. The only problems we've ever had with it is when we've left gaps and not glued it where it can slide out. So anyway, I'm pushing it up with a nice straight edge, getting a nice angle so I can mark all the pieces on this board. Sorry for the camera angle, I didn't actually know the angle was too close to me when I was filming. Being on my head, so we're cutting it out, scoring it up, because this knife doesn't cut all the way through, kind of just score the top and sort of wear layer. If you want to see some better video of me back cutting, there's loads of videos on my channel where you can get a better angle. So here I am gluing where it can kick out. Under kickboards, I know if you go up tight up to the plastic feet, but it can kick out. It's not up tight against skirtings right to the floor. Anyway, bend it, snap it, and get it out. then cut the backing off. The reason why you cut the backing off because it protrudes further than the wear layer of the tile when you snap it out, so it'll be too tight if you don't cut it out. Remember to rub your pencil lines off. I think I need a new blade. So here we go again, put it in, slide it, wiggle back and forth, keep it up in the air a bit, slide it in just like a laminate. It looks like it needs a little trim. Off that edge, just too tight. Here we go. Keep it up. Let's tap her in. Needs to move over a bit. And then the end. Once you're happy with the width, then you hit the end in. He says, and then he has it again. Go. Nice. And now I'm going to show you how to do a long width cut. And what you do is you lay it on top of the tile that's underneath the row before, and you pull it back by at least a mil, so it's going to be cut about a mil big than it needs to be. And the reason you do that is so it's in super tight, pushes the other ones in together and just holds itself in place when it's up against skirtings to the floor. So use the back marker, which is the width of the tile with the tongues cut off. Keep sliding it up. The reason why I use a small piece and not a full tile with the tongues cut off is because wastage, and because skirtings aren't 100% perfectly straight. They kink in and go out a bit, so a smaller tile will help you follow those bends. So we need to get it out. This is an easy way of getting the whips off, is hit it from the back with your mallet on an angle, and as you can see it snaps off. Now you go undercut. Like I said before, one of the only products that you can fit with a hammer or mallet. So lay it in on the width. Try and wiggle it into place as best you can on the width. If you can, smack it with a mallet on the side and it will pull it in. As you can see, it closed that slight gap. Once you're happy with that gap, get the end, keep tapping it, and then get your edge. Finish your end. Make sure it's all nice and flat. Nice and tight. Make sure the ends against the skirting is nice and flat. And this is what it looks like when it's complete. If you want to see some more videos like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. This does look good.